It's day one of Friend Fest, and it's my first big event of the year, so I'm really excited for this weekend. I got here really early because I didn't set up yesterday, so I need some extra time to get my booth prepared, but I'm ready to go. Since I got to South Hall really early in the morning, I was able to get a good parking spot and unload all of my things pretty quickly. For this event, I had a new wooden board stand that you see on the right, and I got it off of Facebook Marketplace, so that was a really big score. After I finished setting up, I was able to do a few laps around the building, and like I said earlier, it was the first big event of the year, so I and a lot of other vendors got to see each other for the first time since the holiday season, and it was really cool to see all the work everyone had made since then and just to see them again and talk to everyone. Since I was trying a different setup with my new wooden stand, I really squeezed myself in and I didn't have a whole ton of space behind my booth. But it's okay because I'm usually standing during the event and I don't need too much room for an actual chair or to sit down or anything like that. For me, day one started off a little slower in the morning and then it picked up later in the day, which I think is usual because people need a little bit of time to filter in and see everything and get settled. But overall, day one was a really big success and I needed to rest up for day two tomorrow. It's day two of Friend Fest, and I brought a little box with me to restock a few items, but I got here really early, so I have a lot of time to set up before we open up. This is what my booth looked like the morning of day two, and one thing I brought to restock were these Be Bitter Bitter Melon embroidered hats, and these were a new product I was debuting this weekend, so I was really excited for their warm reception and how excited people were for them. Day two was pretty similar to day one in that the morning started off a little slower and then the crowd definitely built up throughout the day. My spot was located towards the middle of the building, so I wasn't at the very front entrance and I also wasn't towards the way back. This was my first Friends Fest that I've ever done and I've had a really good experience so far. I know SJMade's been changing up the location to make sure the vendor experience is really good, but the actual first Friends Fest I ever went to was in 2022, and that was also the first SJMade event I ever went to as a visitor, and that's when I was just exploring the event and seeing what it was about, but it's really cool to be back and vending at a Friend Fest, especially since there are still some artists that I recognize from when I was just a visitor so many years ago. Overall, I had a really good time and I hope to be back again next year.